Hi there boys and girls, Hayden here from Got Game for another fun lesson of your home PE. Now this week we are going to be focusing on agility and balance. You would have learned a bit about those in your slides already. We're first going to focus on agility. And agility is the ability to be able to move and change direction as quickly as you can. Lots of sports and activities require you to have a great amount of agility. So hopefully after today's exercises, you'll have improved that and had a lot of fun and got that heart rate pumping as well. So, if you just pan down here, Wes, you will notice that I have created a bit of a homemade agility ladder, okay? Now it's made out of chalk, and here's my little piece of chalk here that I've used. You can use anything you have at home. Even if you can create different squares, you can make an agility ladder. Just make sure the squares aren't too close together. You want them about the same size I have here so that you can get your feet in and out of those for a whole lot of different movements. All right, I'm gonna put my chalk over here. And I'm going to introduce you now to some different types of agility activities that you can do with your newly created ladder. So our first one, we're just going to start off with a straight run. Now our straight run, there's two types I want you to do here. The first one is just going 1 foot in and out of each ladder, run down to the cone, and coming back, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. If you can get those knees up nice and high is great as well. The other one I want you to do is doing both feet in each square. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, around the cone, and back again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. All right. So this time I'm just going to do those a little bit quicker. I'll do 1 up and 2 back. All right. High knees. Around, change direction, and then 2s. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Next one we have pencil star. Now these are some of our gymnastics positions that you may have seen before. We have our star and our pencil, bodies up nice and tall, okay? So I'm going to be doing those in and out of the ladder, okay? So we'll start here, jump out into our star, into our pencil. Star, pencil, star, pencil. Around. If you'd like, you might even like to throw in a bit of a motorbike. Bend those knees for your motorbike. Okay, next one we have boxer step. Now, if you watched our video last week when Rob and I were doing our boxercising, you'd have noticed that you have your feet apart like this, one leg slightly forward and your knees slightly bent in your boxer's position. So, we're going to use that with our legs for our agility ladder today. All right, so we'll start here. Going to jump out to the side, 1 foot stays in, 1 foot goes out, then we jump to the side and swap, like this. Around the cone. There we go. Have a practice of that. Remember, if you need to stop these videos and rewind them to watch again, because our feet are moving pretty fast, make sure you do that.
Side lateral.
All right, side lateral. Lateral means going sideways as well. So I want you to stand side on to your agility ladder, and we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep facing the same side. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Very good. Remember, as you get better at these, you can try and do them a little bit faster. Next one, we have a 2 foot jump. Remember, when you're landing with 2 feet, you have to have your knees bent. We never land with straight knees, otherwise we could hurt ourselves, all right? So starting here, use your arms to swing forward and jump. You might want to jump from one into the next one. You might want to skip one, like that, so you can jump a little bit further. If you're getting really brave, you might even like to try and jump 3. See how I'm bending those knees? Swing those arms, like that, okay? See how creative you can be with how far you get with your 2 foot jump. All right, so there's 5 little agility exercises that you can use to practice. So what we're going to do now is put all 5 of those into a little sequence with some music, all right? We always love playing a bit of music, helps with our motivation, gets us up and about, and it makes it even more fun, okay? So Rob's going to turn on the tune now. All right, ready? If you need to have a break, you can do that. If not, let's get moving. Here we go. Alright, straight run. Alright, I'll go 2 on the way back. One more of those. My knees. That's some stars. Take some time with the music. Alright, boxing set, here we go. Ready? That's it. We might do one more of those.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up.
Alright, now side laterals, here we go.
You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
And lucky last. 2 push up. Might do a half turn this time. Oh, nice work, boys and girls. What I would love to see is, once you've done this, if you can create your own video, maybe even add in some of your own agility movements, or just do the ones that I showed you, send them in for our home PE competition. We've been getting some great videos from people showing us things just like this, so we'd love to see it. Well done, boys and girls. Welcome back, guys. Hope you enjoyed your work on the agility ladder there. That was good fun. I certainly enjoyed it. Now it's time to move to our balance segment of our lesson for this week. Now, balance is very, very important for lots of things that we do in life. If you don't have any balance, it's hard to keep up and perform many movements, particularly with gymnastics. And I know that a lot of you out there would have done gymnastics so far in your Got Game lesson, so you've already got a bit of an idea of how to practice balance. But we're going to show you maybe just 5 or 6 things today you can do in your house or in your backyard that don't need a whole lot of space and are nice and safe for you to practice. Now, I'm going to be performing these movements, and Wes behind the camera is very kindly going to explain to you the techniques and give you some tips as I'm doing them so that I can concentrate on my balance and technique. All right, let's get to our first one.
All right. So the first action Hayden is going to do is going to be simply walking from point to point. So Hayden has set up 2 red cones, and he's going to be imagining that he's walking on a tightrope. So he has a line that he's following there. But when we're walking straight, I want you to imagine that you're walking on a balance beam or high up on a rope from one building to another, and looking down is a long fall. So you have to stay nice and steady. To do that, you need to keep a nice straight body. And you can see that Hayden has his arms out like an aeroplane. We like to call them our aeroplane arms. Notice as well, when Hayden is walking, he's walking from toe to heel. So we want to make sure that we're stepping first with our toe pointed and then our heel. So toe to heel. So toe first and then our heel. So we want our nice straight body, aeroplane arms out, then toe to heel. Now, Hayden is also adding a jump in there. Notice he's getting down in a sort of squat position on one leg, still keeping his arms out nice and straight. You might add in some other elements and keep your body nice and tight and balanced as you try and stay on that straight line. Hayden's adding some 180-degree turns on one leg, touching the ground with both arms and adding a bit of a sequence there. So first of all, we want you to practice walking nice and straight, aeroplane arms out, nice straight body, toe pointing first, toe to heel along a line, and then you might add in some different skills there and some different tricks. Now, the second exercise I want you to do is our point balances. Now, Hayden now is in a push-up position. He has 4 points of contact on the ground. So he has arms right and left, and feet, right and left. So that's our 4-point balance. Now, Hayden, I want you to make a 3-point balance. I want you to take one part of your body, so he's taking his right leg up off the ground, and you can see that he has 3 points of contact on the ground. Let's see now if we can do 2. So his left arm, he's going to take off, and which side? His right leg. See if he can hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boys and girls, you might add a timer in there, or you might try and set a personal record and see how many seconds you can hold for each one. Let's see now if you can do a 2-point. Hayden, I want you to do a 2-point balance, but he's switched around on his tummy facing towards the sky now, so he's in a dip position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. So you can practice some different holds there. Your 4-point balance with your arms and feet on the ground, and then change it to 3, 2. All right. The third balance we're going to do now is called our arabesque. Okay. A lot of the girls might know this. You might do acro or some kind of dancing. We want to keep a nice, straight, tight body, and we can either keep our arms out to the side like an aeroplane, or you might put 2 arms out in front of you so your arms are straight, like you're reaching out for something. Try and keep your leg as straight as you can, and the leg that's balancing off the ground, you want to try and keep it as straight and high as you can as well. You might add some lunges and steps into it. Imagine you're walking along a balance beam. That one requires a fair bit of practice. I practiced that one. Alright, now we're going to do a little game called Welcome to the Jungle. You are going to try and guess 4 animals. Now I'm going to give you clues to what animals these are before Hayden does the actual animal walk, alright? So I'll give you 5 seconds after I give a clue to try and guess which animal it is. Alright, this first walk is an animal that lives in Antarctica and is white and fluffy. If you guessed bear, you are correct. Now the bear walk, we want 4 points of contact on the ground, and Hayden's going to start moving forward, and he's going to move his right and left side of his body forward. So his right side, his right arm and right leg are moving at the same time, and his left arm and left leg are moving at the same time. You might go forward and back and forth, even side to side. So that's our bear walk. 1 point if you got that one correct. Alright, second walk. Alright. This creature, I'll give you 2 clues for this one, has a hard shell, and you can find them under rocks. If you guess crab, you get another point to your score. So crab walk, pretty much opposite to the bear walk, but you're changing your belly button facing towards the sky. So you're on 4 points of contact. Your arms and legs are moving forward, back, and side to side. For a challenge, you might want to try and keep your belly button raised and straight as possible. And if you have a tennis ball or a bean bag, see how many seconds you can keep that object on your belly without it falling off your body. Okay? Alright. Second last one. This is a bit of a tricky one because you're going to be on one leg. Now, you're going to guess this animal, but this animal has a sore leg. Now, this animal you can buy at a pet shop, and it comes in many different breeds. Fairly easy one. Dog. Now, this movement's called dog with a sore leg. So you're going to pretend that your dog has a sore leg, and you're going to have 2 arms on the ground, or 2 hands on the ground, 1 leg on the ground as well, but the leg that you're not using that has a sore leg is raised up off the ground, and you want to see if you can kind of hop forward and back in different directions. So that's our dog with a sore leg. You're going to need a lot of core muscle strength for that one. Remember, our core muscles are our stomach muscles. Think of an apple. An apple has a core in the middle that keeps it all together. If we don't have a strong core, we have our body nice, which is very loose, but we want it nice and strong. All right, the last one. Last clue for our animal walk. This animal burrows in the ground and doesn't make a noise. We love it at Easter. if you're correct, if you guess bunny. Now, bunny hops, you're going to start in something like a tuck position, and you're going to try and kick both heels to your bottom. Okay? See how Hayden is kicking both heels to his bottom? Now, you might be able to go a bit higher, but I don't want you to go as high as you can because you might turn it into a forward roll